Hey guys, it's NCSFan001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list update videos. Today's date is Monday, September 6th, 2021, so 2/3 of the way through the year. This video will have covered the week of August 30th through September 5th of 2021. There was a bit of progress made this week. It wasn't anything major, but I did get a few things in a few different games done. So we'll start out with, I finished off the Unicorn Princess. This was a game, once again. I mean, to be fair, I've played worse games than this in my life. There's definitely worse things out there. I only played it because I could rent it off at GameFly, so I wouldn't have purchased this otherwise, especially since it doesn't actually have a platinum, which is really kind of weird. But to get the platinum, or excuse me, to get the 100%, all you have to do is you have to complete the game, which is going to be every trophy through here. So all of those trophies are going to be unlocked simply by completing the game's 15 missions, which takes around 3 hours probably. Then along with that, you have a few missable trophies and miscellaneous trophies. You have to find all of the unicorn miniatures, which you can't do until mission 3. They'll be scattered around the world in various places. I think there's either 20 or 30 of them. Something like that. There's not too many of them, but you will want to follow a guide because they can be a little bit hard to see, and the map is relatively large for what it is, so it may take just a little bit of effort. It'll take a little bit of time. That's why this game is considered fairly rare on PlayStation 4. It's not very rare on, like, PSN profiles, obviously. You also have to fail a mission, which is something you would have to very much go out of your way to do. Even as, like, a little kid, you'd have to go completely out of your way to get this. Because, I mean, there's only like 3 missions you can even fail in the game, and there's a specific way you have to do it. Like, you have to miss all of the correct rings and stuff. It's weird. So basically, when you get to this, just collect all the incorrect rings and miss the rings that you actually need to collect while finishing the course, and you'll be able to get this trophy. You also have to purchase all of the horse accessories and hair dyes and clothes, which are purchased in town. The accessories, I think, are purchased in town. If not, they're purchased at your little farm. So you do have to purchase everything, but that's going to be very easy because you'll have more than enough money by the time you get to the end of the game. The 15th mission is the point of no return, so keep that in mind. Get everything else done before that. Yeah, not much more else to say about it. It's a quick, easy 100%, and it's a game, unfortunately. So, the next game I worked on, I got a double platinum in Active Neurons puzzle game. This game wasn't too bad, honestly. I've certainly played worse games than this. It took me about an hour to do the PS4 version. I did the Vita version a little bit faster. So, all of these early trophies, these first 8 trophies, actually these first 9 trophies, are all going to be earned by solving the first 80 puzzles in the game, because there's 120 puzzles in the game, but you only have to solve the first 80 to fill out the brain and charge the 8 neurons for it. So thankfully you don't have to solve all the levels, because that would probably add on another hour because the levels get to be more time consuming and complicated as you go on. Basically, this is one of those games where you're just like moving a block up, left, right, down, and you can only, like, it'll only stop when it hits a wall or an obstacle or something to change directions. I don't know exactly what this kind of puzzle is called, but it's one that I've played before. It's not one that I'm particularly great at, so it's highly recommended that you follow a guide for this. So destroying a hazardous square, this requires you to run into a red square at any point, though I think this one's going to unlock naturally just by beating the game. Same with this one. Like, I think these are both going to unlock just by playing naturally, but you can also knock them out very early on in, like, maybe World 2 or World 3. You have to open a door with a key. That's going to be an unmissable trophy that you'll get while solving those 80 puzzles. You have to open the dangerous door. That's another one that's unmissable while solving all the puzzles. Same with teleporting. And same with smashing not a dangerous object. I believe that's also unmissable. Same with pushing the inertia object and teleporting one. So pretty much all of these trophies mostly are unmissable. If you somehow miss these two, you can obviously just load up any level with enemies. But I highly recommend following a guide for this. Bad Driver has a guide up for the game that shows you the exact sequence of moves, but you do have to be smart enough to time your movement so you don't touch the red squares and stuff. And finally, you also have to use a solution, which is a really hilarious thing about this game because it tells you exactly how to solve the puzzle and you're not penalized for doing it. So if you don't want to follow a guide, you can just watch what they do in those puzzle solutions and you'll be able to solve it fairly easily. But I still would recommend a guide to speed up your process a little bit. The Vita version I did a little bit faster in about 50 minutes. The trophy list is identical. The gameplay is just a little bit slower, but that's sort of to be expected on the Vita, so nothing really else to say about this game. I mean, it's a fairly simple, quick, easy puzzle game. There's not really a whole lot to say about it. Next up, we have Many Faces. This is another... Actually, this is not a Rattlelake game. This might be my first East Asia Soft Platinum I've ever gotten. The game's not actually that bad. I didn't mind playing this one. So what you're going to do in this game is, it's sort of a little bit of a Mega Man type of game, like just barely. It has procedurally generated random levels, and you're going to have a character that you're just going to be shooting various types of enemies. You have 3 hearts, but each time you take damage you lose half a heart. And you have hats you can collect in each level that will give you some kind of random power-ups, such as allowing bullets to pass through surfaces, or increasing your damage, or giving you an extra heart. So that's kind of a nice little extra thing for the game. Now, thankfully, though, the Platinum Trophy is actually easier than it seems when you look through the list and play the game for the first time. So you complete the tutorial, which is very easy. You'll collect a hat after completing your first level. You have to kill a grand total of 48 enemies, which is pretty easy overall, but you'll get it while going for the main trophies down at the bottom. Same with collecting 10 hearts, though you can only pick up hearts if you are damaged, so keep that in mind. Then you have to beat stages 1, 2, and 3, which is very easy, though like I said, they are procedurally generated, and occasionally you might get kind of screwed over with a tougher level layout. That happened to me on like the very first time I did stage 1. I got kind of a bad level layout with a ton of dissolving platforms. And then you have to kill a total of 3 bosses. However, the game does not specify which bosses, so you can kill the first boss 3 times instead of playing all the way through to like level 12 or something that would be a little more difficult. So that's what's so great about this game and makes it so much easier. So the best thing to do is to beat the game, or to beat the first 4 levels, including the boss, once. Then just go out, start a new game, and repeat that process until you've done it 3 times, and all the other trophies should unlock along the way. So glad to get this one knocked out. It does stack to Europe and either Asia or Japan, but it doesn't have a Vita version, so do keep that in mind. So yeah, that's another game out of my gigantic backlog of random Platinum games, because I've actually sorted things out a little bit better. I think I talked about this last time, but as you can see here, this is my AAA folder, so I've got like Battlefield, Resident Evil, Borderlands, Destiny, Battlefront, Jedi Fallen Order, Spider-Man and Miles Morales, Outer Worlds, Just Cause, Killzone, No Man's Sky, Uncharted, not sure if that actually belongs here, Detroit, God of War, Horizon, Metro. So yeah, maybe not all of them should go in there, but it's kind of fine, sort of, whatever. And now, as you can see, like, this is just my entire gigantic folder of Plats in progress, and it's massive. It goes all the way back to there. And I've been collecting these for a long time, and a lot of them I still need to play. And then I've got my VR folder, because, as I mentioned last time, I now have a VR. Or, actually, I think that, I don't know if I had even gotten it here last time, like last week when I recorded my video. It might not have gotten here yet. But I have a VR now, and it works, which is awesome. All I need now is the Move controllers. That's the only thing I still need. They're a little bit pricey, so that's why I haven't picked them up yet. But in the near future, I will, and I can't wait. So I don't have access to these 3 games because those were Lizard Guys. Like, we bought them on his account back when he had a VR. And I'm not going to obviously play some of these on my account, like Surgeon Simulator. But I want to do some videos of me playing these VR games and interacting with them and stuff, like Resident Evil 7, once I can get a full, VR setup with the Move controllers and stuff, will be awesome. Rush of Blood's really fun. Surgeon Simulator's really fun. Drunken Bar Fight's awesome. This game is really, really fun. VR Diner Duo's great, but you do need to have a second player really to be able to do it. Job Simulator is pretty fun and an easy Platinum Trophy. Drunken Bar Fight's supposedly an easy 100%, but I think it's been known to be very glitchy. Diner Duo is a very tough 100%. Surgeon Simulator is pretty tough. Rush of Blood's pretty tough. Bravo Team already completed it, but a great game. I've had this one for forever. I don't even really know much about it. This one's extremely fun if you have like a group or something. This is one that would be a great party game. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. These are both obviously on a second account. These two don't have trophies. They're just experiences. And this one looks... This is totally the kind of game that I need to play. I can't wait to play this one once I get the rest of the controllers and stuff. And then I've got my non-AAA folder, which is just like, you know, random games. Five Nights at Freddy's games that I want to stream during October. That's my plan. And look at my 100% folder there, guys. Only 2 games left. I need to go ahead and knock those out. And also only 7 EU games left, which is awesome. So we are making some great progress on some parts of the backlog. I've got my Ubisoft folder, or Ubishit folder. Hopefully I don't get flagged for that, with like Far Cry and stuff. Then I've got my Call of Duty folder, Bethesda, Rockstar, apps. People sometimes like to see what I've got in all my folders, so I'll probably mention that I'm going to talk about that here in the title of the video or in the description or whatever. So, back to our trophies, though. The main game I worked on a couple nights this week was Battlefield 4, and I will say that I'll get more into this later, but this was a fairly busy week for me IRL, so that's kind of why I didn't get to do as much trophy hunting. So for Battlefield 4, obviously, I already had the Platinum Trophy done last week, so I made progress in 3 of the DLCs. So for China Rising, I already had the round of air superiority, but I got my kill with the dirt bike. I got that on Friday. Same with the SUAV, which you have to complete an assignment for. Getting a kill with the bomber was kind of annoying, but honestly, we were kind of having fun boosting this, surprisingly, because it's a fun game. And I mean, it's very easy as long as you just do it in a, what do you want to call it, a rented server. That's all you got to do, so it's super easy, though you do sometimes get randoms that jump in and get mad if you ban them, which happened in Battlefield 3, and it happens here, and it's kind of hilarious. The only thing I'm missing is the China Rising assignments, but actually the only assignment I'm missing is the final one, the gold one. All I'm missing is play 10 hours on China Rising maps. So I'm probably going to try to do some of that on my own. I think we're all going to try to do a little bit of that on our own just to cut down on time, if we can get into China Rising maps, obviously. So it would be good if we could just knock that one out just over time and everyone be done with the first 3 DLCs by the time we boost again to work on the final 2. So Second Assault is done. Second Assault is the easiest DLC. You have to kill an enemy with a ceiling collapse in Operation Metro, very easy to boost. You have to find the hidden tunnel in Caspian Border and ignite a brush fire using the repair tool on Caspian Border. I just suggest doing both of them on that map because it's easier. So very easy trophies there. And then you have to kill an enemy flag carrier while carrying their flag in Capture the Flag. You can actually do both of these in a single round of Gulf of Oman on Capture the Flag mode. That's the easiest way to do it, unless you're terrible at piloting vehicles like I typically am, but I'm not the worst in the world at helicopters, at least. I'm terrible with jets. So I would say that Second Assault, if you're boosting, is basically a 2 out of 10 in difficulty and takes like maybe 2 hours to knock out. So probably even less than, actually, yeah, it's probably less than that, provided you can get in and out of matches quickly. Probably an hour if you're actually good at it. So definitely the easiest DLC. Then we've got Naval Strike. This one's slightly harder than Second Assault, but it's still very easy. And it's 100% completed. So play a single round of Carrier Assault is easy, but the mode is usually dead, so you're probably going to have to boost this one. Get a kill with an ACV. This one can also be done on Carrier Assault or Naval Strike, where we got this trophy for Naval Strike for, I can't remember what the map was, but it's a specific point very high up on the map. It's a little tough to get to. You are going to need a helicopter or a jet or something to get up there. But nothing much to worry about with that. You have to kill an enemy with the AA mine, which is the only assignment you have to do in this DLC. It requires you to get PDW ribbons and something else. I don't remember what the other one was. I think it's like shooting down enemy aircraft. So we worked on this one, and actually some items in this game can be dropped by players to pick them up and use them. So that's what we did with like the AA mine and a couple of other things. But you do have to complete all the assignments in 3 of the DLCs anyway, so you can't just have people drop you the weapons like in Battlefield 3 or 1, sorry. You can't just do it that way where it was easier. And I already had the old cannon kill, but we all knocked that out pretty quickly. So if you're boosting this DLC, I'd say you're looking more like 2 hours and a 2 out of 10, but still nothing much to worry about with that one. So then, of course, we haven't even touched the final 2 DLCs yet, really. I mean, we might have made a little bit of progress on 1 or 2 things, but we haven't really touched these yet. So you have to win 2 rounds of Chain Link, which is going to have to be boosted because the mode's dead, presumably. I haven't really looked for it. Spend 5 minutes using the Ballistic Shield. I don't really know how that works, but that should be fairly easy. Play around on all of these maps. We'll do that in like Team Deathmatch or something while working on the assignments and just rotate through all the maps, so that shouldn't be a problem. The Rower, I believe, is a assignment item that you get, so probably won't be able to do that one instantly. And then the Dragon's Teeth assignments are definitely more annoying than the China Rising assignments, plus there's that 10-hour one. And then there's Final Stand, which is definitely the hardest DLC in the game, even boosting, because you have to get a kill using all sorts of vehicles. The assignments for this one are kind of complicated. The other 3 trophies are fairly easy, just might be a little bit time-consuming with the Final Stand maps and stuff. This is the Icicle trophy, which once again, why is that one hidden and nothing in the base game is, or any other DLC? I don't understand that. But yeah, we made some very good progress on this. We should easily be able to knock out China Rising by the end of this week, and we will probably also be able to knock out most of the 4th DLC. We probably won't really make much progress on Final Stand this week. It depends how busy everyone is throughout the week. So, level 740, 63%, 21,160 total trophies, 538 platinums, 3,245 golds, 5,704 silvers, 11,673 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week. It's probably still not going to be much in the way of streaming this week, at least not weekend streams, just because, once again, we gotta boost that Battlefield stuff. So, I know that that's taken away from streaming, but we've made great progress on it. We might be able to knock out most of it this week to where there wouldn't be too much more after. Also, it's now college football season, which means that I'm going to be busy many Saturdays, many of the next, 13 Saturdays. Well, 6 of our games are home, and a couple of those will probably be noon, so I might actually still be able to stream those days and on Fridays. But my family is coming down this next weekend just because I no longer have anyone to go to the games with because my relationship status has changed, and we'll just leave it at that. So I'm not going to go too far into that, but that was definitely on my mind a lot this week and taking up a lot of energy. So that's another part of the reason why I wasn't really playing too much this week. Yeah, but that's really about it. It's kind of weird actually recording one of these on the Monday instead of on the Sunday, because I almost always record these the day before they go up. But, you know, we were boosting very, very late last night because we were off on Monday, my first actual day off since Memorial Day and the whole long vacation there. So yeah, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Please like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already. Videos should be out pretty consistently. I've got tons of trophy videos ready. I might even be getting started on what I plan to do for number 550 this week. We'll see if I have time for it. It's a PS3 game once again. How about this? I'll give a shout out to anyone who can guess what it is that I haven't already told that what I'm doing, because I think all 3 guys I'm boosting with know what I'm doing for 550, but if you were not boosting with me, and feel free to guess on PS3, it does not have any online. That's part of the reason I'm doing it. No online trophies. So, once again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully another recipe will be up this week, because I've recorded 3 this week, which was fun. Maybe I'll start doing some VR content soon, but I won't be streaming VR just because my computer can't really handle it that well, and then I can't really interact with you guys either, so I don't really think it's the best option for streaming. But maybe some videos, and I definitely will be excited to eventually do a trophy-related stream. Maybe I'll try to do one during the week this week, because I really need to get back into that, doing a game, doing at least one sort of normal stream during the weekdays, just so it's not, on a weekend or something. So I really need to try to do that, actually. I don't know what game I'll play, but I really need to try to do that, just work on some trophy stuff. So, see you guys later this week for more content.